Chapter 5. Nose high like some predatory bird, the swept-wing transport knifed through the sky like a supersonic dagger. Racing above the South Atlantic from Morocco, it was the fastest and most expensive passenger plane on the planet. The 747s and DC-10s, the L-1011s and Soviet Ilyushins were all bulky buses in comparison. 1,350 miles an hour. Only the highest performance military aircraft could match it. There was no airline name or designer-crafted logo on the side of this exceptional machine. It did not belong to any of the globe-girdling air carriers or famous multinational corporations. This Concorde was the private property of one of the wealthiest men on Earth. He was Prince Omar, eldest son of the King of Tarman. An insignificant land of semi-literate Bedouins, drifting dunes and sand fleas until 40 years ago, Tarman was now one of the richest of the Arab oil states. With more than $6 billion a year in petroleum income, the royal family could afford almost anything. King Rashid, who travelled with a large retinue, had a 747 of his own, as well as a fleet of smaller planes and helicopters. Prince Omar, heir to the throne and thoughtful foreign minister, preferred the smaller and much swifter Concorde. A sophisticated man with a degree in management and international trade from Stanford University in California, 38-year-old Omar had a shrewd sense of both politics and business. The Concorde screeching towards New York from Rabat, where the Tarmani crown prince had conferred with the Moroccan monarch, was both a jet-propelled pleasure dome and an airborne executive suite. This was no holiday or shopping trip. While the damask and velvet-draped bedroom at the Concorde's rear housed 2 perfumed wives, 1/3 the number that accompanied his father on journeys, Prince Omar was working right now in his ultra-modern and handsomely furnished office. "As you instructed," he dictated to his male secretary. "I will make it absolutely clear to the American Secretary of State that our position has the support of both our Moroccan and Saudi brethren." He stopped to phrase the final sentence carefully. "Following Allah's sacred precepts, I believe we will be able to stop this bloodshed within 2 or 3 days. Put that into my personal code and have it radioed to my father immediately." As the respectful secretary left, Omar pressed a button on the elaborate control panel built into his elegant desk. The large computer screen 5 feet away instantly began to display a running report on the latest London market quotes on gold and oil. He touched another button and the current values of the world's major currencies stutter-stepped into sight. Omar studied them soberly and knowledgeably. He understood exactly how these numbers affected his family and his country. He knew almost as much about interest rates and wheat futures as he did about the Holy Quran. Neither libertine playboy nor fundamentalist fanatic, hawk-faced Omar of Tarman was a versatile contemporary executive, simultaneously prince and tycoon. While Omar swiftly analyzed the implications of this newest surge in the value of the dollar, his secretary was busy 30 feet away in the office suite's data center and communications room. More than $2.6 million had been spent on this high-tech facility, and it was all visible. There were 2 large computers, an Associated Press teleprinter for news, a pair of state-of-the-art word processors, one with Arabic typefaces and the other for Western tongues, an ultra-modern and highly sophisticated coding machine, and 2 powerful radio transmitters equipped with scramblers. This section of the Concorde was never left unguarded. Even when the plane was on the ground, 2 armed men were always on duty to prevent any tampering or bugging. Every week, the entire aircraft was swept by electronics experts for concealed eavesdropping devices. Right now, 4 members of the prince's own security team, carrying West German MP5 submachine guns, were on duty. A pair of Tammany army sergeants were busy at the word processors, while a trio of lieutenants, all wearing automatic pistols, manned the radios and the cryptographic gear. Within half a minute after the prince's secretary handed over the message, the encoding began. A dozen yards away in his private office, the hawk-faced prince flicked on the speakerphone on his desk. With stock prices still parading across his computer screen, he tapped a button on the communications control panel to talk to the pilot in the cockpit. "When do we reach Kennedy, Captain?" "We should be landing in approximately 42 minutes, Your Highness." Omar thanked him and turned off the speakerphone. He glanced at the massive gold Rolex on his right wrist before looking at the wall clocks showing the time in 5 key cities around the world. 42 minutes. That would be 3 minutes after 8 in New York.